Hey y'all, and welcome back. It's nighttime right now, and there's a reason I'm starting to cook at night. I'm gonna finish it tomorrow during the day. We're gonna be doing our very first cook on the brand new Blackstone 22-inch XL Griddle Pellet Grill combo. That's right, Blackstone is now making pellet grills, and they have a pellet griddle, all in one unit. If you haven't seen my previous videos, go check them out. I did a full walk around of it. It's an amazing unit. But today, we're gonna do our very first cook on it. And that's why I got this 11-pound Boston butt sitting in front of me right here. We're gonna make some smoked pulled pork on it and then make some cheesy quesadillas on the griddle. And I think it's gonna turn out great, I really do. I can't wait to see how this thing cooks and how well all this is gonna turn out. I've done Boston butts on other pellet grills before, but I really am looking forward to see how great this is going to turn out on the brand new Blackstone unit. And so we need to go ahead and get that pellet grill fired up, and then we can come back and get this Boston butt ready for the grill. So go on and fire up that Blackstone pellet grill. Now we also want to go ahead and set this temperature. I think I'm going to go 250 on this Boston butt. That sounds good. All right, temperature set, fans running, igniter's on. And guess what? We're gonna wait for that smoke to come on clearing out, and we're gonna go set this Boston butt up. So now we got that pellet grill heating up. Let's go ahead and get this Boston butt ready. So now if you noticed, there's not a whole lot of fat cap on this Boston butt, and that's okay. It's not a big deal. But I'm gonna come in here and cross hatch it anyhow on the top. I always do my Boston butts this way. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not trying to follow what nobody else always does, but it's just the way I do it. Now, another thing, and I normally use mustard as a binder. It's what I've always used. I love it. But I will say, and go ahead and I'll make a video on this one day, Schmidt had me try some Duke's Mayo as a binder. Of course, I'm going to be honest with you, I was kind of like, I ain't sure about that. It turned out amazing. The oils in that mayonnaise really made an amazing bark. But for this cook, being its initial cook on the Blackstone pellet grill, I'm just gonna stick with traditional, where there's no surprises. We're not experimenting. We're not trying different things. We're just cooking on the grill and just seeing how it turns out. So let's get this mustard on here. Brand new bottle is already making them noises at me, but that's okay. It can make noises all it wants. I don't care. You're getting on there. Now, make sure you cover all sides. It's kind of cold out here and I got long sleeves on, but it is what it is. Why are you making these noises on me? I don't understand. I want to grab it with my other hand, I really do. It's killing me. It's hard to use just one hand sometimes. But either way, all we're looking for is to get a binder. Ooh boy, that smoke's rolling now. Now for a seasoning, I'm gonna use this Uncle Steve's Smoke Bomb. I absolutely love this on pulled pork. This stuff is amazing on pulled pork. I mean, there's a lot of good rubs out there, and if you have a certain rub you like, by all means use it, but I highly recommend this Uncle Steve's. And I'll leave a link down in the description below to it. And I don't know what all's in it, but I just know it's good. And it makes a really good bark, really good flavor. Just overall, a really good pulled pork. And there it is. It is ready for the grill. But now, I'm gonna let this sit here and kind of sweat. I say sweat, it's kind of cold out here, while this grill comes up to temp, but I need to go close that grill lid down because it's done doing its initial nasty smoke. And let's get this thing heated up. Well, the grill is up to temp, so let's go ahead and get our Boston butt set on here and get it cooking. Now I'm going fat cap up. I know some people do it different, and that's fine. I don't think there's a wrong way to do it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put a probe in here also, so I can monitor this while it cooks. And down it goes. Now something else I do want to show you, I mentioned in my walk overview video that there is a Blackstone Connect app that you can use to monitor, control, you can change things, you can even shut the grill down with it. But I want to show you that right now. Boston butt's on. Now the good news is, yes, I'm starting this, it's almost like at 10 o'clock at night out here and it's kind of cold. But I don't have to run out here all night long or get up in the middle of the night to come check it. I can check the grill, I can check the Boston butt, I can change settings by the Blackstone Connect app. This app, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you now. As you can see, my grill temperature is 250. My probe, I only have one probe in right now, but it's up to 4 probes you can put in. But the probe number 1, as you see, just went to 39. I can actually set what temperatures I want. So let's set this up to, I want this to go to 205 is where I want to pull that Boston butt. So now that's set. The grill temp, I can press that, and here I can change it to whatever I want. 250 is what I want to be, set temp. And now it's set. It's amazing what you can do with this thing. Target temp reach, you see, because it's already 250. That's a good safe. You even get alerts. Make sure when you buy this unit, not if, because you need this unit. I mean, this is, I'm in love with it already. Be sure you download the Blackstone Connect app. So much you can do with it right here. There's even timers, as you see down here below it. I can add timers. I can do all kinds of things. I can change temperatures. I can do so much with this Blackstone Connect app. So right now, we're gonna top off that pellet hopper, and I'm gonna go inside, go to bed. I might get up in the middle of the night, give me something to drink or whatever, and I'll check my app, see how things are running. And if I need to, I can come out here, but I don't feel like I'm gonna need to, I really don't. So we'll just come back out here in the morning and see how things are going. It is now morning time, and I walked out here to find the smoke rolling. I mean, it's rolling good too. Well, the time has come, man. We've been waiting for this. It's time to open up that Blackstone pellet grill and see what this Boston butt looks like. Pull it off, wrap it up, and let it rest for a little while. Let's see how this thing turned out. Oh yeah, that is beautiful right there. Man, that looks good. Look at that bark on there and how juicy it looks down in here. Yes, sir, buddy. Let's get this thing off the grill. Let's get the temperature probe out of it. Now, it's probably gonna stink a little bit. That's to be expected, and it did. But man, look at that, look at that. We gotta get that off the grill too, y'all. Look how tender this is. Man. Yes, sir, now it's looking right. I mean, look at that. I gotta try a piece of this bark right here, y'all. Oh, that is good. But we ain't done. Get it wrapped up. And now we're gonna take this, set it in the cooler for 1 hour, and then we're gonna take it out and pull it apart and make us some amazing quesadillas with it. It's been an hour, a very long hour. Pulled it out the cooler. Let's open it up and see how well it did. Ah, she's a beaut, Clark. Let's get it transferred over here to this pan. I mean, look at that, just juicy, beautiful. Oh, it's gonna be so good. And now, let's see if I can get a good video, good shot of the bone pull. Let's see here. Look at that. Look at that. Man, that's what I'm talking about right there. Yes, sir. Clean, beautiful, perfect pull. I mean, look how hot that still is too. Yeah, buddy, look at this. Butter tender. Look at that smoke ring, y'all. Just look at that smoke ring on this thing. Big, thick smoke ring. That's a good piece to show you. Look at that right there. Hope y'all can, hope this, I really do hope this smoke ring and this stuff is coming through. Y'all can see it really well. But look how tender this meat is. Well, let me get all this pulled up and torn apart and ready to make them barbecue pulled pork quesadillas. Now, these are the ingredients I'm planning on using to make some amazing barbecue pulled pork quesadillas on the Blackstone griddle. Now, this is just what I wanted in my quesadillas and the family. We're gonna make several of them. Now, as far as sauces goes, I have not sauced the meat, and I normally don't sauce it because I got some that like the Carolina Gold sauce. I have some that like a regular kind of sauce. There's different sauces out there, and each one likes their own, so I just let them sauce it themselves. But today, I'm gonna use this Duke's Hickory Bourbon Barbecue, because I love the Duke's lineup of the barbecue sauces. And this Hickory Bourbon Barbecue, I think, will be really, really good on these quesadillas today. So without waiting any longer, let's go get things started. So go on and fire up that Blackstone. Well, y'all, I made a mistake. I forgot to hit the record button. But there was white smoke, and you know what that means? It was time to get some groceries on the griddle, so I went ahead and threw down all these peppers and onions. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I am gonna absolutely tell you, I love the smell of peppers and onions up on the Blackstone. And you are now seeing the very first cook I've ever done on this griddle. I mean, I seasoned it, did some onions on it, but I ain't really cooked anything on it yet. So here we go. And other than bacon, I just don't know if you can beat the smell of peppers and onions up on the Blackstone. Man, I love the smell of this. It kind of reminds me of going to the fair. You remember going to the fair and you smell the sausage dogs and all that stuff coming out of a lot of the food trailers? That's what it reminds me of. So now that we got them going, all we got to do is keep them stirred up till we get them sauteed like we want them. Man, look at that char that's already getting on them things. Oh boy. And now these peppers and onions are almost done. Let's slide them over here. Just kind of make room for them for something else. Our jalapeno peppers. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a char on these. I don't want to cook them down too much. I just want to kind of char them up a little bit. Now I'm keeping these separate because there are some people in my household who don't want jalapeno peppers. They're weird like that, I don't know. The bell peppers and the onions are pretty much done. The jalapeno peppers are right about where I want them. I'm gonna heat up just a little bit of this barbecue. Put it straight on the griddle top. The barbecue itself has a great flavoring, but I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning to it. Now I'm gonna use some seasoning that we make here. We call it Crazy Pop seasoning. Use whatever kind of barbecue seasoning you like. That's completely up to you. Because at the end of the day, it's about what you like. It really is. Let's get this barbecue heated up. It won't take but just a second to get it because it really wasn't cold yet. I just want to get it good and hot so it can melt down them cheeses that we're going to put in the quesadillas. Stir up our peppers over here. I mean, look at the little chars getting on those. Yes, sir, buddy. Looking good. Well, peppers and onions are done. The jalapenos are done, and this barbecue is good and hot. I mean, look at that right there, boy. Yes, sir. So slide it all into the corners and make room for our tortillas. Now, I do want to say I'm using the taco size tortillas. We kind of like those a little better than the huge quesadillas. But whatever, we're working with a smaller griddle too, so it really does work out better. So let's throw down 3 of these, like that. Now we're gonna toast up one side, then we're gonna flip them, and then we're gonna build. All right, let's flip these tortillas and start building us some quesadillas. Got them good and warmed up on one side. So, what's the first thing we should put down? I say cheese. Now I've got some sharp cheddar here that I think is gonna pair real well with this barbecue. As you see, my starting to want to puff up here. That's okay, we can unpuff it. I also have some mozzarella. I love the mozzarella cheese pull and taste, no matter what it's on. Let's put some mozzarella on here. Now for the barbecue. So let's get some of this pulled pork, this hot pulled pork barbecue on here. Yeah, buddy. That's perfect. Stack it in there. It's gonna be some thick quesadillas, y'all. I think they're really gonna be some thick ones. Let's see how we can close them up. Let's do some peppers and onions on all of them. Man, this is a beautiful griddle right here. I don't care what you say. Now, jalapenos, I'm gonna do one of them because that's gonna be mine, and the rest of them don't want jalapenos, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna do this one back here. Put some jalapenos on here. Spice it up. Come over there. Now, let's top them off with cheese so we can seal them up. Some more cheddar. Cheddar, cheddar, cheddar. and some mozzarella. Now what I'm gonna do, being these are smaller shells, I'm gonna have to press this down a little bit and make them fit. All right, let's fold them over, see what we can do here. Fold it, I mean, yeah, these gonna be real thick, almost like tacos. Yeah, squeeze them in there. Boy. Let me know in the comments if you like a thick quesadilla like this. I mean, these are thick running out the edges. I mean, just look at all the fillings that's falling out of these quesadillas right here. The peppers, the onions, the cheese, the barbecue. Man, we finna flip these things, toast them up on the side, take them up and eat. All right, let's see if these things are ready to flip. I say that's good enough. Yes, sir, Bob. Look at that fried cheese around there. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Get this other side toasted up. We're going to take them up, cut them up, and eat them up. Well, they're ready to take up. So grab your cutting board and throw them up on there. Let's take them over here and finish them up now. So now, they're taken up, but before I cut them up, I want to give you a close-up look at them. Man, I am really loving, that's mine there. You can see that jalapeno sticking out, but I really am loving how these things turned out. I mean, look at that fried cheese on the outside. All that ooey gooey goodness. Focus you there. There you go. All that ooey gooey goodness on the inside. Yes, sir, buddy. It's going to be good. So now I say we cut them up, stack them on a plate, make them look real pretty, put some sauce on them, and try them out. Anyhow, let's get in here cutting. Look at that, boy. All that cheesy goodness in there, just wanting to come out. Okay, now, we got to plate this up and make it look pretty. That looks pretty good. Let's put some sauce on it now. Let me get this cutting board here out the way. Now, what you can do is you can put this in a little dish and they can dip it in there, or they can put their own sauce on there, whatever. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of do this number. Perfect. Except for what fell on the table. Ignore that. Now, I got to get some thumbnail pics, take a couple of short videos of it, then we get to try this thing out. Well, I get to try it out. If you make one of these, you can try it out. Let me give you one more close-up view of the finished product before I dig into it. But man, I'm going to tell you right now, I can smell it, and it smells amazing, and it looks even better. Let's just go ahead and dig into it. And I say this in a lot of my videos, especially my reels and my TikToks. This is the best part of doing these videos is I get to try the stuff out. I'm just going to grab this one right here. It just seems to be on top and right there, so easy to get to. Wow. Where do I begin with this? The crunchiness of tortilla, first off. Love it. I love just a light crunch on that tortilla. But the peppers, the onions, they're cooked perfectly. But that pulled pork is just so tender and tasty. And cheesy, I mean, you can't forget about the cheese. Dang, that is so good. The sauce, I mean, it's not over sauced, it's just perfect. That is perfect. That's just the way I would want a pulled pork quesadilla if I was to order one somewhere. Let me know in the comments what you'd put on your pulled pork quesadilla. And I have to say, that was my very first cook on the pellet grill / griddle combo, and I'm impressed. That Boston butt turned out perfect. It was so tender. You seen it. It just fell apart like butter, and that's what I expected to happen. That's what I was hoping to happen, and it did happen. So it cooked it perfectly. Took a little about 12 hours or so-ish. I didn't time it because I cooked the temperature, not time. And it was perfect. I mean, that Boston butt turned out perfect. And then to put it on quesadillas, make barbecue quesadillas on the griddle right beside it, right after I pulled it off the grill, I think I'm really going to love this unit. With that being said, I have some more cooks planned for this, but leave in the comments what you'd like to see me try to cook on this unit. I would love to have some more ideas, maybe some fresh ideas, and you can give me some ideas. I'd appreciate that. But right now, I need to go feed the family, probably make some more quesadillas, and we'll see you next time.